Hi everyone and welcome to the last video of 2024 on TFX. Let's just say a lot has happened for me this year, but I hope 2025 will be better. Now, this is something I've been planning to review for quite some time as this is likely my favorite anime of all time, Detective Conan. I'll be reviewing the movie that started it all,
名探偵コナン時計仕掛けの摩天楼
the Time Bombed Skyscraper. Now, I am still in the process of making my Young Justice video, but I thought since it's the end of the year, why not start something new? After all, the end is just a new beginning. This video will just be a separate series from the main TFX reviews series because Detective Conan has way too much content for me to cover in the main series. Without further ado, let's get into this movie. This movie aired on April 19, 1997, and the first 6 movies are made with traditional animation where the frames are hand drawn. The movies are non canon to the main plot of the manga. We start with our main characters solving a murder. Our main characters are the title character, Edogawa Conan, Mori Ran, and her father, Mori Kogoro, along with Megure Juzo, or Inspector Megure, the police officer you see the most. There's not much to talk about for this case because by the time we see it's already mid-investigation, so we know nothing about what happened prior. The victim's name is Kurokawa Daizo, a wealthy heart surgeon who died from getting hit in the head by a statue. And there are 3 suspects: Kurokawa Mina, his second wife, Kurokawa Daisuke, his son, and Nakazawa Manami, the housewife. Just a note, you need to know how to read Japanese to know who the culprit is, because the victim leaves a dying message of the culprit's name, Manami. She killed him because he caused the death of her husband as he was drunk during a heart surgery. She failed to get witnesses to come forward, so she decided to take revenge herself on the first anniversary of her husband's death. Conan first puts Kogoro to sleep with the stun gun wristwatch and then uses the voice changing bow tie to solve the case using Kogoro's voice. He solves a lot of cases this way. The reason for this, heck, how he's able to solve cases at all, is because he's physically a kid, mentally a high schooler. In short, he was a high school detective named Kudo Shinji who got force fed a mysterious drug that was supposed to kill him. However, instead it turned him into a kid, but he retained his mind. I'll give every movie this. It always tells you this at the start. Because of him, Kogoro becomes famous, when in reality his deductive skills mostly are trash. Next, we see Conan at Professor Argus's house, where he is sorting through the mail until he comes across a letter addressed to Kudo Shinichi from Moriya Teiji, a famous art architect, inviting him to a party. Since he can't attend as himself, so he asks Ron to go in his place with Kogoro and Conan. She agrees on the condition that he must go on a movie date with her on the 3rd of May. It's because May 4th is his birthday, which he forgot, and at midnight, Ron plans to surprise Shinichi with a red polo shirt since he said that he prefers red over blue. The movie is about 2 people being connected by a red string of fate, and red is apparently Shinran's lucky color. We also get introduced to Shiratori Ninzaburo, another police officer. The 3 attend the party at Moriya's house, which it and the garden is symmetrical. Heck, the dude even changed his name to be completely symmetrical. Moriya greets the guests and gives them a riddle which Conan solves, and as such, he and Ron gets a private tour of his gallery, which it turns out the Kurokawa house and the building that Ron plans to have the movie date in were designed by Moriya, along with 12 others. At Argus's house, Conan hears a news reports of large amounts of HMX, an ingredient of plastic explosives, being stolen, along with serial arson cases. One such case occurs in the Kurokawa house. Suddenly, someone using a voice changer calls Shinichi, saying that he is the one behind the theft, and directs him to a park, where Conan stops a bomb from killing people with his power-enhancing kick shoes. He then stops another bombing, though the timer mysteriously stops for a bit at 16 seconds before exploding and injuring Conan. We see these kids, Genta, Mitsuko, and Ayumi, aka the Detective Boys. We also see Suzuki Sonoko, who is just there since she goes shopping around and That's it. It's clear the Cobra has a grudge against Shinichi, and they remember the case where Okamoto Kohei say that he accidentally hit a woman with his car. But Shinichi finds out that it was actually his father, Mayor Okamoto, who is in the driver's seat. After this, he stepped down as mayor, and as a result, the Nishitama city plan stopped. Before they can think more, they receive another bomb threat where 5 bombs are planted and will explode if the trains run below 60 kilometers per hour and at sunset. It turns out the bombs go off if sunlight is blocked off for too long. They safely recover all 5 bombs and realize that the bomb locations, along with the arson locations, were all designed by Moriyateji, which means the culprit has a connection to him. They go question him, and we find out Nishitama City was designed by him. A perfect symmetrical city. Conan realizes who the culprit is. Also, Kokoro suspects Shiratori to be the culprit.
犯人はあんただ白鳥刑事。
I'm sorry, what? Anyways, the culprit is Mori himself. The bombing and arson locations were unsymmetrical. The reason he hates Shinichi is because Shinichi caused the mayor to be arrested, and hence his city plan couldn't go through. I love how Conan tricks him into admitting his crimes since he had no evidence. Moria tries to blow up his house, which does not work since Conan removed the batteries in the remote, and he is arrested. The case is closed, right? Wrong, because he planted bombs in one more location, the Baker City building. And worse, Ron is there for the movie. The bombs go off, trapping Ron and many civilians inside. Moria awards Shinichi with 3 minutes of his birthday, meaning the final explosion will go off at 3 minutes past midnight. Conan, using the blueprints from Moria and Shinichi's voice, guides Ron in disarming the bomb. It goes well until 2 wires remain, a blue one and a red one. One wrong move, it will blow them sky high. However, this leads to the most heartwarming and best scene in this movie.
死ぬ時は一緒だぜ。
I love how when Ron cuts the last wire, the color dulls out before revealing she cut the blue wire as she didn't want to break the red string of fate between her and Shinichi. The post-credit scene is funny,
ない赤い糸が。コナンのままじゃやっぱダメってことか。
and the movie ends. On to my thoughts on this movie. I quite like this movie. It's a very good starting movie. The case is fine, like it has its moments with the bombs resetting with solar power, so blocking off too long will make it go off. But Ran and Shinichi's side plot just overshadows it. So as much as it's not a bad case, it wasn't the most compelling case either. This bombing case also does not have many suspects, which makes it unbelievably obvious who the culprit is. His motive is also petty, which I'm here for. But you know what it also is? Obvious. The fact that the case file is slightly underwhelming is a problem, given that this is a detective movie. Regardless, I still enjoy this movie and would recommend it. I would give this movie at least a B, A at most. That wraps up my review of the Time Bombed Skyscraper. Let me know what you think of this movie in the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Bye, everybody.